Hey everybody, it's Ryan with Ryan Outdoors, and I'm hanging out with a YouTube subscriber today. This is Lauren. Funny story how we met. So where I have the property and I'm doing all my off-grid stuff, I'm driving home from work one day and there's a tree laying in the middle of the road. And I go, well, that's quite peculiar. So I hop out to move it, and all of a sudden there's this guy with a chainsaw, and he goes, oh hey, how's it going, blah, blah, blah. And so we got talking a little bit, and I explained to him, you know, hey, yeah, I bought some property up here, I'm doing this, and I got talking about my shed, and he says, oh, I've got a shed, blah 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 blah. He didn't say blah 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 blah, but so he explained that he's got a shed that he built during the pandemic, and he goes, hey, you want to come see it? I'm like, yeah, I mean, strange guy out in the woods with a chainsaw blocking the road. I've never seen this horror movie before in my life. Yeah, let's go check out your shed. So we walked back to his property, which he has sold, and I'm actually at his new property. Which we're going to explore it a little bit, and I'm going to get some drone footage, and it's a pretty cool story, and I'll have him explain that in the video. But I came and checked out a shed. We're actually in it right now. He's got a nice little wood stove, and it's just kind of a hunting shack, right? And you know, he built this all by hand, and he's got a couple of bunk beds, a nice little bench, and a little TV, and actually really cool. It's all you really need. The wood stove's cool because instead of putting full pieces of wood in there like I do, he uses wood pellets. And how long would you say the wood pellets will last, and how warm does it get?
Well, that's a 40-pound bag. I buy them at Menards or Fleet Farm or whatever, and I'll go a long time with that because we just need it when we get back from hunting.
Does it get 80, 90, 100 in here? Or
I bring it up to
comfortable?
Good sleeping temperatures. I had it up to 70 last night.
Okay.
And I've got a little electric heater that I can use if I want to help get it.
Right. Yep. Yeah, and he's got a generator that he uses too, and actually a really, really nice shed. You know, it's all you need. I mean, realistically, if you had a little cook stove, you probably could live in here just fine. You know, would that get hot enough with those pellets to cook on then?
Yeah, so I boiled some water yesterday for that
for the
meal ready to eat.
Okay, right on. So yeah, so I was doing laundry, I think, and I had washed laundry. Oh no, actually no, I wasn't. I was watching a movie on Amazon Prime. I had fired up my generator, and I've got a big screen TV in the bus, and Sylvester Stallone come out with a new movie on Amazon Prime, and it's a really good movie. So I've got this thing just cranked, listening to it. It's like I'm there. And I get a notification on one of my cameras, and it says person. So I'm like, okay. So I turn on I grab my phone, I look at the camera, and I see this guy going, Ryan. I'm like, what the heck? Who is that? And I realize it's Lauren. So I walk out there, and he explains that he had just sold his property, and he goes, I knew I recognized you from somewhere. I went, oh, America's Most Wanted? And he's a subscriber of mine, and which is cool because I've only met like 3 in the wild. And, you know, I would consider us building a pretty good friendship. You know, Lauren's a really cool guy to hang out with, and really good amount of information, which I love collecting information, especially about the area. You know, this whole area that I'm living in is completely new to me. So it's nice to be able to talk like that, and he watches my channel and learns stuff, which is cool that you learn stuff. But so he invited me out to his new place. He had somebody move his shed over here for him, and he put a driveway in and all that, and it's a lot of it's marshland. We're technically on an island, but it's connected to the mainland, so it might be a peninsula now. So, but yeah, he invited me out here to just kind of check it out. So we're gonna go outside. It's a little windy today, so if there's a lot of wind noise, I apologize. I lost the fuzzy for my microphone. I probably should order a new one. Probably a good idea. But I'm gonna pan around a little bit, show your cabin off, and then I was reading this right here. I love this thing. I'm gonna pan over there for you guys real quick, and then zoom in. Oop, there we go. This is hilarious. So I'll give you guys a second to read that. But yeah, there's his little TV. Is that a DVD player too, or?
DVD player.
Nice. So watch movies, and there's some TP and reserve parking. There's a hula hoop, and but yeah, he built this thing all by hand out in the woods, right?
Out in the woods.
Yeah. Yep. There's nice little benches, and there's the bunk beds, and there's the wood stove. There's me. He's got what, 2 light bulbs?
2 light bulbs, 3 windows.
Okay. Yeah, and the windows, which is really nice. And here's he doesn't have to have a security system or anything because he's got a guard spider. You can see the ugly little thing right there. So, but we're gonna head outside real quick, and then wrong direction. There we go. Sorry, I'm new at this. We're gonna head outside and kind of explore a little bit. So, see you guys here in just a minute.
So, of course, I just bought it a year ago. Had the driveway done a few months ago. Moved this maybe a month ago. So this is becoming established.
Right. Right.
But I'm getting there. So, and this is part of the rutting with the skid loader in there.
Right. Yeah, this is pretty firm ground.
Yeah, I think it should be good. I mean, it gets in the spring, it gets wet around here.
Right. Yeah, that's to be expected. Nice little fire pit.
Starting to build it up.
Yeah.
Some stumps I had to do some clearing, so
Yep.
became some seats, and then I thought I'd do rock something more authentic.
Yeah. That's when I get the shed and build my little patio thing. I got to really, because I've got plenty of rock,
Right.
and so I want to build something like this. It's going to be a little bit taller probably, and try to go from there. That wind is a whipping.
Yeah.
But
this little island piece is probably an acre. When I do the measurements and draw the lines on Crow County GIS, that's
right.
about what it goes to.
Okay.
And so my whole goal is if I can bring a road to this, I can make this usable land.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep, absolutely. No, this is a lot of birch tree out here too.
Dozen turkeys went tromping through here yesterday morning.
Nice.
I got my grouse this morning right over here.
Yeah, we exchanged phone numbers, and he said I had asked him if he was up, and he says, yeah. He says, let me take care of this grouse, and he got a grouse this morning, which, if you don't know, are extremely tasty.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That'll be supper.
Oh yeah. Are you on into the tree line or back to the tree line?
Okay, so I own the entire clump.
Oh, okay.
So it goes from the road back. It's a quarter mile.
Oh wow.
So from where we are now, it's just about a quarter mile walk. So when we get to the trees the hardwoods are real nice in there. Real nice clearing I made in the center.
Okay, that's cool.
You know, a bunch of deer beds and stuff. And
right.
we shoot clays from here because we can.
Oh, right.
We can launch our clays up.
Yep.
have just a perfect spot to.
Nice. Yeah, it blocks the wind really well too.
Right.
Right on. So this is what you call a fin, right?
This is.
Or is this considered a marsh?
Crow Wing County. In fact, because I had to just recently do a permit to cover my fill for the road.
Okay.
And so I had to pull a couple different permits. One was a trailer placement permit, and the
Yep.
other one was a wetland fill. And so it came back on that application as a Class 2, which is a wet meadow. Class 2
Okay.
for Minnesota is wet meadow. So, like right now, if we tromped in here, and it, like you said, it's been raining and raining.
Right.
The water is about 2 or 3 inches.
Yeah, a little bit
The ground line,
spongy.
so you can almost walk this with leather boots.
Right.
It's not spongy at all. It's actually solid ground.
Okay.
But it does what it's supposed to, and that
Right.
is absorb water.
Right, like a big sponge, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it'll rain and rain and rain.
Yep. Yeah, and that's
And you can walk it.
why they love these, because it helps prevent flooding. You
Yep.
know, it absorbs all the water and holds it like a sponge and
Right.
slowly releases it.
Yeah, and I get the program. That's why I had to pay to do the
Right.
driveway, because
Well,
we need to control how much of this is being
Allegedly,
built. Yeah.
that's why you had to pay. Everything's $100 permit here, I noticed.
Yep. It was $150 for the wetland portion, and
Yeah.
then another, I suppose, about the same for the trailer placement.
Okay. So, can you do a wildlife pond out here if you wanted to?
Yeah, I believe so. And so
Okay.
that would be under permission, because he made it clear every time that I was going to do any kind of fill or anything like that, it would be application first, and then they review
Okay.
it. And so yes, that would
Okay. Yeah, because I'm not 100% sure, because the gal in the county that I was talking with told me that I'm pretty sure what I have is called a fin, which is essentially like a peat bog, but it's healthier for plants. So I got a lot of this sawgrass or whatever this stuff is. It feels sharp, but it's fed by groundwater, and there's basically a floating peat island on it. Then below that, because I poked a stick through it, is I don't know how deep of liquid mud.
Right.
But the way she explained it to me is I can do a wildlife pond as long as it's not over a half acre, not over 6.5 feet deep.
Sure.
But reading their writing, it contradicts itself.
Yeah. Right.
So I really need to make sure before I go ahead and do that.
Right.
So we just walk straight through then?
Yeah.
Or?
So I'll actually put my muck boots on.
Okay. Yeah,
So I don't-
my muck boots are at my old house still.
Okay. Oh yeah, if you don't mind, I'll grab those.
Yep, that's fine. So now this is beautiful out here. I own right now, because I got the piece next to me, which I'm hoping to buy a piece next to that, which I'll own, I think, almost 4 acres then. But right now, I think I'm around 2.5 acres, something like that. And like Lauren had said, he owns 20 acres here, which is freaking nice. That is beautiful. And this little island thing is great. I would try to get a road back there personally, because I want to be more secluded, but I'm living up here. He's not living up here yet. I do believe that is his future plans, is to do like I'm doing an off-grid living, which I will try to remember to ask him that. But yeah, this is really cool. And I'm super stoked that he actually invited me out here to check this out. It's not every time you meet a subscriber, let alone somebody that wants to hang out with you. So I'm gonna wait till he gets his muck boots on, and I'll get back with you guys. Little side note, this stuff is great for taking a spark with a fire steel to help get a fire going.
Here.
Oh, nice.
So I'm also carrying this.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I've got my knife in case I want to do his nails as he's eating my leg.
All right, and then just
Is there a specific path I should take?
right here.
Okay.
Right behind me,
All right.
and then just watch each footfall,
Right.
because
Yep, there's one.
see, yeah,
There.
one of my
Oh, nice.
one of my birds.
Yep. So yeah, this is See, if I walk out on mine, I'll disappear eventually.
It's a totally different feel. It's filled.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, this is definitely solid.
So Minnesota's got 7 or 8 different wetland classifications, and this one's number 2.
Okay.
That's wet meadow. Completely
Yeah.
different.
So, did you contact somebody through the county to
Yeah.
find this out? Okay.
Yep. So there's an environmental services guy that deals
Specifically in wetlands?
with the use of wetlands
Oh, okay.
and the fill of wetlands.
Okay. All right, yeah, I should invite him out after I get the shed there.
By the way, I have all his contact information.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, he was very helpful.
Okay, perfect. So if you wanted to,
What you got to do?
right, well, that's the thing, the way they write it, it's, you need a degree to understand their verbiage.
And I had honestly thought when I got there's a couple bumps in there.
Yep.
When I got the placement permit that I was done.
Right. Yeah.
Because on my drawing was the driveway.
Oh, okay.
How am I going to get the building open? I can't tell it.
Right.
I assumed they knew I was going to do a driveway.
Yeah.
But no, it's not how it works.
No, it's surprise after surprise. Oh yeah, yeah, and they contradict themselves too. Well, yeah, and they wonder why people just don't go through those steps. It really needs to be rewritten.
You're stepping through here pretty good.
Yeah, oh yeah,
You're not new to walking this stuff.
No. Nope. I've got stories about walking through stuff like this.
Yeah.
Watch my powwow hiking trail videos. I'm not sure if because towards the end there it was getting pretty bad. There was a bug. Sorry. There's one less bug in your class 2 marsh. Yep. My protein for the day. So, yeah, that hiking video, I got lost because the trail was terrible.
Okay.
And walked through stuff like this, but there was water. And then I had to walk, I don't know how many miles it was, to the next campground or camping spot with wet shoes.
Right.
So I had some good blisters.
Okay, so now you're up here, so you know how much water we got this last week.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You're walking this with boots.
yeah.
So,
I don't even think it's gone up past the tread, really.
Yep, this right here, we're in the wettest spot,
Okay.
and it's not.
Oh, yeah. Now, after the snow melt and the spring monsoon we seem to get up here,
Yeah,
I'm sure there's water.
right. So it's kind of a cool, now we're in
Oh.
hardwood.
It'd be cool if you could, when you were putting your boots on, I was talking about how cool this was. And I said, I think I'd probably figure out a way to put my shed out here, though.
Yeah, oh, it's further. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So when you're out here, there's nothing. There's no power lines. There's no people. There's no yard lights. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, that's why I would want to be out here. Plenty of firewood.
Yeah. Yep, and good hard.
Now, does this get pretty wet in the spring and
Nope,
stuff?
This is
stays
always dry.
nice.
Yep, we just left. It
Excuse me.
wet.
That's awesome.
It's kind of pretty.
Windy. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
By the way, hot tent with me, like out here or something.
Right.
You let me
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's a 3-person hot tent, so plenty of room, and
That would be
put the wood stove in there. Yeah, that would be actually cool. And the ground is pretty level.
Yeah, it is. It's a whole lot of
Dang it.
So, you know, like what you have, sandy loam, rocky.
Right? Gosh dang it. Sorry, that bug is, I think, trying to come back up. There we go. Some raspberry bushes. That's a mushroom.
Yeah, you're probably better at identifying. I have a lot of learning to do.
A little bit. Be cool to find some morels out here in the spring. My favorite mushroom to eat. I have not found more than 3 in the state of Minnesota. This is a beautiful spot right
I
here.
cleared it, and you can put a little fire pit in.
Oh, nice.
So that was the idea here, is if a person wanted to come and set up a deer camp or something.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
It's miles from.
Yeah, I mean, in the wintertime with a couple of snowmobiles, you could drag your shed out here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I put a little galvanized fire pit.
Well, and there's lunch
Yeah.
right there. We each get one. So, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, so from here I own, goes quite a bit that way, all the way to the end of the trees and then some, and this way, about an eighth of a mile from where we're standing to
Okay.
the tip of that guy's. So
Nice.
it's, squirrel in here, grouse.
Deer, I'm sure.
Yes. We
And
had a
hungry bear.
yes, we had a large male black bear that hangs out.
Yeah, I had a medium-sized one, I think, or small. But he's gone now because they don't like the smell of pine. If you want to get rid of them, get some jars, put
Right.
some pine sol in it, and get like a cotton rope, drill a couple holes in it, and hang a half dozen of them
And
around
that's
here.
what you did a
That's
couple-
what I did, and I have not seen him since. That or get a permit and eat them.
Yeah, right.
Bear's not my favorite thing to eat. But yeah, this is beautiful.
Yeah, so this is kind of my go-to when I come out here, and then we set up a small camp when we go looking for deer.
Right.
So,
Have you hunted here other than the grouse you got this morning?
yes. So last year we did, and when I hunt for deer, it's more about getting out, about having the bourbon around the campfire.
Right,
Not
yeah.
so much about. So my buddy had bull, and I had black powder.
Oh.
I actually skip. I'll do muzzle loader, but I skip rifle because my neighbors hunt. I let them hunt,
Right.
stay away, and then when they're done,
Then
I'll come in and walk it, to walk it. And we'll do that again this year.
Yeah, I mean, you could also even put a bow stand up there.
Yeah.
Can you hunt with crossbows, or do you have to be disabled?
I think that is the idea, and with special permits, I think.
Oh,
you
okay.
can.
All right. It used to be like that in Michigan, but now you can legally hunt during bow season with a crossbow.
Michigan?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, because my dad bought one.
Okay.
Yeah, they just changed it, and I wasn't sure out here.
Right. Yeah, so a
But-
mix of oak, and then you see the birch and poplar.
Oh yeah.
And of course, oak don't like the water so much, so they stay away from
Yeah.
the edge. And then, so you know where the oak are, it
Yep.
does not get wet.
Oh yeah.
And then right on the edges, the poplars seem to thrive in that.
Yeah. They're kind of a swamp tree in my
Yep.
opinion, anyways.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My grandfather owned some land back home, and me and my cousin had free reign to cut down any poplar tree we wanted
Right.
because he hated them. Because in that general area, I don't know if it's because the sand was so soil, or the soil was so sandy,
Yeah.
or what it was, but they would rot from the inside out, kind of like oak trees if
Yeah.
they're in too moist of stuff, and they would fall over. So he said, any poplar tree you guys want, you can cut down. So that's what we did. We'd go haywire and cut down every poplar tree we could come across. But yeah, they not the greatest wood.
No, but what's nice though is they grow fast, and then if they get
Yeah.
put out with fire and stuff, they've got a root system where they'll pop
Right.
right back up. So
Well, that's why they're
real
called
positive.
poplars. I wonder if that's why they're called poplars.
Yeah.
That would make sense because they pop up no matter what. I've only got a few out there, a handful. Most of it's white and red oak,
Okay. Yeah.
and a couple
Yeah,
of
you got a lot
maple
of-
trees. But no, this is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. It worked. Like I said, it was was tax forfeited and sat and sat. Nobody wanted it because it was marginal.
Yeah.
And you got to do something. You got to build the driveway.
Yep.
And so now that that's done, it's got some value.
Oh yeah. Yep. There's a big dead popple tree, some firewood. That's the stuff I look at when I'm in the woods, because I'm looking at it as a camping or survival situation.
Yes. Yeah.
What do I have?
Right.
You know. And popple trees are actually good for making a quick, cheap cabin. To be honest with you, because they're straight.
As opposed to a pine, which
yeah, I mean, pine's gonna last a lot longer. But if you're just building a quick shelter or whatever, then popple trees are so straight and long, and they're not that heavy. Right. You know, yeah, great quick little shelter. Yeah. But yeah, it is. You know, that wind's got to be whipping 40 miles an hour, but down here it's not that bad. Those trees do an amazing job.
Really well.
Yeah.
It's peaceful. This is my sanctuary that's coming over.
Yeah. That's everybody needs one of those. I love the woods. But yeah, so cool. Now let's stand this way. Hopefully the wind won't blow across the microphone so much. I gotta order one of them fuzzy things. Every time I think about it, I forget, and then I bust out this camera and I go, oh yeah, I got to order one of those, and I forget. But now, do you ever plan on moving up here permanently? And
no, so this will be purely recreation.
Oh, okay.
It will be, but you know, of course, retirement age, I'll be able to spend more time.
Right.
And that's the goal.
Yeah. Yep. It's fall time. Beautiful out here. God, I love the woods. Yeah. Yeah, this is how I grew up, was just out playing in the woods. You know, we'd go pick berries. Yeah. You know, I remember we'd pick blackberries and raspberries if we found them, and it was with my grandma and grandpa. My grandpa would take us out, and then we'd get home, grandma would have lunch done, and then we'd process the berries, clean them and everything like that, and she'd bake a couple of blackberry pies, and she'd make us kids these little blackberry tarts, and with just a miniature blackberry pie. And oh my God, it just brings back so many memories, you know, doing that stuff. But just spending time out in the woods in general, it's so freaking peaceful out here.
For sure.
But cool. So right on. Bunch of firewood out here.
Yeah.
So we'll venture back. I want to get a little bit of drone footage.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward
especially
to
for
the cool.
especially for the thumbnail.
Right. I can't wait to see it from above.
Yeah. So no, this is cool, you know, and I'm glad that he blocked my path in the road with that tree, and made me nervous with the chainsaw. But
the part you're not telling is I blocked this guy's path with the tree, and I thought that I was going to get a tongue line.
Right.
And you came out there and move it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I helped him move it, and you know, we just got talking, and you know, it's, I don't know. You guys know me. I always believe everything happens for a reason. If I had been 15 minutes later or 20 minutes sooner, I probably would have never met the guy. But you know, so it's cool to have people around that are, you know, same interests as you and stuff like that. Like he had invited me out here to do a hot tent video with him, and it's something we'll definitely do. Plenty of wood. And this is a beautiful piece of property. Oop, a little bit of a hole there. So all those fuzzy deals I was talking about, how that I don't remember what those are called, but we used to say it was cotton. And when they're dry like that, they're great at taking a spark to help get a fire going. I mean, you know, it's not the greatest thing, but they do take a spark pretty good. I imagine that this looks freaking amazing in the springtime when they got flowers on them.
Yeah.
Is this diamond willow? I almost think that's diamond wool. That makes really good walking sticks. I've actually got one. I got to bring it up and finish it one of these days. But yeah, just gorgeous out here.
Yeah, even there's a beauty in the meadow too.
Oh yeah.
The way it moves, like waves.
Yeah, it looks like flowing water almost. And it's nice that you're not knee deep in mud.
Yep, absolutely.
Have you had any coyotes or anything in the area? Or?
Yeah, so
Okay.
my neighbor over here, the three brothers have 80 acres.
Oh wow.
And when they're in the trees last year, a coyote came by, so the hunt was over.
Right. Yeah.
No deer.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard any coyotes. I've heard a phantom rooster and had the bear for a while and 2 squirrels, I think, and I don't think they're. Oh, I got was it affiliated woodpecker, or however you say that? Affiliated woodpecker? Yeah. I used to always call them dilapidated woodpeckers.
I call them woody woodpeckers.
Right, yeah, it's the same thing, and I understand that one I got was doing its little lap thing. I went, that's exactly where they got that from. So, and I've got owls. You hear that wind whipping through the grass. It's cool. It'd be easy to play hide and seek out here.
The animals think so too.
Right?
You'll run across that deer, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. I got a doe and 2 fawns out there. I haven't seen any bucks or anything. Yeah, it's amazing how dry this is for the amount of rain we got.
Exactly right.
My little pole cart that I got, that thing had probably 5 inches of water in it. It's a decent sized area to catch water, but that's a lot of water.
And that's why I think the stats were as long as it is. I think people thought it was wetter.
Yeah.
Or speed wetter.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure.
But it's actually passable, usable.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know the legality on it and how many permits you need, but you come out here with a weed whacker, you can make a pretty decent trail.
Well, that's exactly, so you wouldn't have to, you'd have to pull a permit for fill, there wouldn't be very much fill.
Right.
But I think $100 permit will probably get you from island to 5 acres.
Yeah. Now what about a boardwalk?
I was thinking.
That would be way more expensive, but.
Mid-range and class 5.
Right.
Yeah, boardwalk.
Yeah, a boardwalk would cost you more than you paid for the property.
Unless you come up with the material,
Right. Back to the first island. Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Well, thanks for inviting me out.
I mean, that's kind of a view, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's just gorgeous. And you're actually out in the middle of nowhere, so you don't have to worry about too many bothersome things.
Right, and the neighbors, and I've given permission to locals to hunt.
Right.
Those things do a lot to help mitigate those issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How many square foot's your shed?
So that's 8 by 16.
8 by 16. Okay.
So yours, the short way will be 16.
Right. Yeah, mine's going to be as wide as yours is long.
Yeah, I often think about that. Yours is that big.
Yeah, and I think to the peak, I think it's like almost 9 feet long, or tall rather. So, yeah, that'll be pretty decent sized. I can't wait to get it. But yeah, this is gorgeous.
Good, thank you so much. I really
Yeah.
Thought it was neat that you know,
Yeah.
wanted to come.
Yeah, I'm glad you invited me. But yeah. So, I'm going to say goodbye for now.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get a little bit of drone footage and we'll go from there. So thanks again, Lauren. It's a subscriber of mine, which is cool. You know, so don't forget to subscribe, and maybe you'll run into me and I'll come stalk you on your land. Or the other way around. So, all right, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Subscribe, hit the notification bell twice, because YouTube has that silly, and we'll see you guys next time.